Students giving gifts to people at the times of their birthdays or anniversaries is very common, and the two we can gift a varieties of valuable things or books as gifts to our beloved ones, whether they may be any of our relatives or friends. We give simply a variety of things. Giving gift is very common. Okay, now let us study next chapter, that is a gift of Chappals. Here in this lesson 2 we can see here somebody gives this gift of Chappals to somebody, and who is that? Who is that, and whom do they give this gift to somebody else? The two, in what way they give this gift to them? There lies something interesting factor in the way these persons gift those Chappals to someone else. There is something interesting. So now let us study the chapter A Gift of Chappals. Yes, first let's read before you read. Mrudu is a young girl growing up in Madras, now called Chennai, with Tafi, her mother, and Tata, her grandfather. One afternoon, Tafi takes her to her aunt Rukumani's house to meet her cousins Lalli, Ravi, and Meena. Here, at the beginning of the story, here what we will study is that who is who. So now let's see here. Here, first of all, we come across a cute and young girl called Mrudu, and she is a young girl. Now, a few other important characters here we come across are after Mrudu, Tapi. Tapi means who is there? Actually, this Tapi, Tata are the Tamil terms. As this story has some Tamil origin, here we can see that certain Tamil origin words have been used. So this here Tapi means it is Mrudu's grandmother, whereas Tata means, even you also know it well, this word Tata means here it is a grandfather. The two, whose grandfather? Mrudu's grandfather. Here is addressed as Tata. And next, another important character is that is she herself is Rukumani. Rukumani is Mrudu's aunt. Rukumani is Mrudu's aunt. And additional to this, we come across three other characters also, and they are Lalli, Ravi, and Meena. Those three other characters are Lalli, Ravi, and Meena. Okay, additional to this, as the story move on, no doubt we'll come across two other characters too. We will see them later. Now, see here what happens is that here Mrudu is staying with her Tata and Tapi, that too at a place called Madras. Now today it is called as Chennai. Earlier the same place was called Madras. Today that is today's Chennai. When she is staying with her grandfather and grandmother, on the other day or one fine day, it is Tapi, Mrudu's grandmother takes Mrudu to her aunt's house, which is in that same city itself, but a little bit far away. There, Mrudu's aunt also stays, and she is addressed here as Rukumani. And here, Mrudu's grandmother, that is Tapi, takes her to her aunt's house. Now let us see what happens there. First, let's read. A smiling Rukumani threw open the door. Ravi and Meena rushed out, and Ravi pulled Mridu into the house. Wait, let me take off my slippers, protested Mridu. See here, what happens is that, as I already said it well, here on that day, Mridu's grandmother Tapi takes her to her aunt Rukumani's house, and finally, just imagine that they have reached Rukumani's house, and as soon as they knock the doors of her house, here it was Rukumani herself who opened. She opened means she simply opened the doors of her house for Mridu and her grandmother, and seeing whom? Seeing both of them who have come to her house, Rukumani naturally was surprised and happy also. And no doubt she welcomed both of them warmly. Okay, and at the same time, here we can also find two other children also came rushingly there. Ravi and Meena, soon after finding that Mridu has come to their house, even Ravi and Meena also came out of the house rushingly, and Ravi was not allowing Mridu even to leave her slippers off too, as if he was in some hurry. In that way, rushingly, Ravi simply holds off Mridu's hand and started pulling her. And at the same time, Mridu tells, yes, please wait for some time. At least allow me to keep my slippers, to keep my chappals off. Telling like that. She was trying to get her slippers off, but Ravi was not allowing her. Wait, let me take off my slippers. See, that is what Mridu tells Ravi. So, she set them out neatly near a pair of large black ones. Those were grey, actually, with the dust. You could see the clear mark of every toe on the front part of each slipper. The marks for the two big toes were long and scrawny. See here, actually what happens is that as soon as Mridu and her grandmother were entering the house, but first of all it was her grandmother who entered and came into the house. But at the same time, what happened? Ravi and Meena came in such a rushing, they actually were not even allowing Mridu properly to leave her slippers also off, but still somehow Mridu managed to get her slippers or the chappals off and set them neatly and rightly just beside of another pair of chappals. Another pair of chappals too was there. Neatly not near or just beside of another pair of large black chappals too were kept there. But Mridu did not know whose chappals they were. But they were black in color and they were large in size. And even though they were black, they had almost gone grey with dust. Because of the dust, those black colored large chappals had turned into grey color too. And leaving them beside of her, Mridu finally entered the house. You could see the clear, but one could see the clear mark of every toe on the front part of each slipper. The marks for the two big toes were long and scrawny. And another interesting thing that one could notice with those big pair of chappals was that we could see the mark of every toe printed on the front side of those two black pair of chappals. With this, we could understand that there are something interesting lies with that pair of chappals. We'll study later.